I have a headache in my eye from this film. I'm not even exaggerating. My eye hurts. My ear hurts. It's that thing where it also kind of makes your tooth hurt a little bit, which is weird because I had that tooth removed, so the movie is so bad it's like a phantom pain. Spoiler, this isn't like gonna turn into like Selfie Dad, where halfway through it was like, twist, it's okay.
Spoiler. The joke's on you. Doug already ruined my day because he showed me Tusk this morning.
Oh, I got something for you that's worse than Tusk. I got something for you that's worse than Yoga Hosers. So, did you ever see Troll 2?
Oh my god!
Yeah, years ago.
Did you? Okay. So this is, before I even show you the trailer for this, I'll tell you what this is. This is a kind of sequel to Troll 2. Because there's like 5 or 6 kinda sequels to Troll 2.
Yeah, I saw Troll 2, I just have not dedicated my entire life to being obsessed with Troll 2 like some people have, but...
My ears are burning! Like, I know, it's like, oh man, doing videos on Troll 2. Is it 2008 already?
I know. My first thought was like, wow, we just went back in time.
I know, man. I know. Didn't the best worst movie already tell us everything we needed to know? So there was some Italian like pseudo sequels like way back when. There was a couple of Troll 3s, and what this is a German film that does have the dad from Troll 2 in it. Very loose references to it.
Okay.
Now, you know what? I'll go ahead and show you the trailer, then I'll ask you this question afterwards. I'm so disinterested in this movie. I didn't even put these clips in the little Brad and Rob file. I'm just like, keep them on the flash drive. Let's just show this and get it over with.
All right.
About 25 years ago was when we first met them. Small shadows that appeared to be giggling.
How does someone invent so much shit? Really?
A story about love, peace, and harmony.
It's a story about none of those things.
Look at those tits!
Until this happens.
Judging by its crest, this beautiful sculpture is 600 or 700 years old.
Then it's something historical, for Christ's sake!
It is a changeling!
Alright, like real quick, like the name of this show is Brad Ruins Rob's Day, but last night, this show is called Brad Ruins Laura's Night. I was working so much yesterday
So that's why the blankets are on the couch.
I was working so much yesterday afternoon that I could only watch this last night after my wife got home. At one point, she gets up to go have a cigarette. I'm like, I'll go outside and join you. She goes, no, you stay here so you don't have to pause this, so you can keep watching it while I'm outside. You can have a cigarette afterwards.
Vanessa is no longer Vanessa.
That's my neighbor.
She is now Vanessa Troll. And she requires 4 ingredients. A magical book, a mighty sorcerer, a human child, and her daughter's boyfriend. Under control.
So yeah, is the movie called Possessed by a Monster, or is it called Under Control? Which is the tagline there?
I've only seen Possessed by the Monster in that and the movie. Everywhere else I've seen it listed, it's just called Under Control. When you see something that's like a follow-up to something like Troll 2, that's like unintentionally funny, what's a problem that you see with a lot of things?
Well, they're self-aware now.
Yes, exactly.
So it's not going to be. It's not going to be
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And this movie does that exact same thing.
It's like Tommy Wiseau's shtick after The Room. It's like now he's self-aware. Like he went into the room not realizing how ridiculous it was, and then once he becomes self-aware, it's not quite as funny. There's still some moments.
So, sure.
You know, because I saw his and Sestero's project, Friends or whatever, but it's not the same.
No.
You know.
And that's, I mean, granted, this isn't even from this is Claudio Fragasso, who made Troll 2, has nothing to do with this. It's not even the same people. But it has things in it, like where the opening credits, when they have George Hardy's name, who was the dad in Troll 2, you'll hear the dubbing voice over someone go, "Oh, look, that credit says George Hardy." There's several times in the movie where when George Hardy is referencing the events of Troll 2, someone in the audience will say, "That sounds like a bad movie."
Can we stop now?
Oh, Laura said that when we were watching the movie last night as well. She was, at first, when she saw it was only 90 minutes, she goes, "Oh, it's only 90 minutes," and I go, "Honey, you don't understand. You have a."
I said the same fucking thing about Tusk.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, it's only 90 minutes," and Doug's like, "Yeah," and then like halfway through one of those scenes that went on for fucking ever, I'm just like, "Oh my god, I feel like I've been here for 5 hours."
At first, she was like, "Oh, 90 minutes, that's not bad." Inside, I wasn't thinking that. Inside, I was thinking, I've seen several movies like this. 90 minutes is going to feel really long. This should be like 70, 75 minutes. And so the dubbing and the way that it's acted is certainly very self-aware. So here's a taste of what the dubbing is like in it.
Holy shit! You fart knocker? You baked yourself? What the hell you do, you losers?
Oh, boss? I had a bit of a crash.
What?
I feel like it would be funnier if it had that Asian dub quality.
Yeah.
Like, with the voices, we're always sounding like this. You know, or your old Kung Tai Ted.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been funny. And none of it makes sense!
George Hardy is one of the more subtle performances in the movie. Like, here's a clip.
Your whole German audience is gonna flee now. How dare they?
I'll block off that region.
Goodbye, Central Europe.
And our third guest for today is Michael Waits.
You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.
Normally, you should know just where the fine line is, but that's none of our business.
Because remember that
you can't piss off hospitality. I won't allow it.
Because remember that was a line from Troll 2. It's like his most popular one on there. So
they just recycle.
Yeah. But he's not playing George Hardy. He's playing his character from the other one, who I guess is aware of how cultish the line is that he's spoken privately to his son in Troll 2. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's the only way that this ties into Troll 2 is just because his character is there, but his character has nothing to do with the overall plot of the movie that's going on. It is just a way to try to tie this into Troll 2 in this plot that has really nothing to do with the events of that other movie that I'm talking about, as if it's some kind of, like, you know, sacred classic. This movie soils the good and dignified name of Claudio Frgasso's Troll 2.
I'll take things I never thought I'd hear you say today for 1,000 Alex.
Yeah. Well, I seem like the kind of person that might stick up for Troll 2 in a way. When you got acting in this that's so over the top that it's not a musical, but characters will then just suddenly start acting like it is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I give this book to you on just one condition. Promise me I will take part in your examination. What about tonight?
90 minutes. 90 minutes.
You don't say.
Oh man. Oh my god. And that's like, I don't know, there's an investigator who's just investigating all the stuff that's going on in it. But that's not even the only time that happens in the movie. The movie's not a musical, but randomly a couple of characters are talking to where it's like their performances will be already so over the top that they might as well just break out into song.
But this is only possible by singing the counting song.
The counting song?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9. Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
16, 17, 18, 19.
And yet they thought they were the master race. No, I got nothing for this. I don't know what the hell to say.
Trolls thought they were the master goblins. Like, this movie has so little to do with, like, the trolls or goblins or whatever that I forgot to, in my notes, actually write down a scene that features the troll. So I had to look and go like, all right, let me go ahead and pick out something that's got it in there. But I'll explain to you after this why this is not in the movie very, very much.
You are a troll?
I say that far and wide, you have the best nose of them all!
You're slammier than any toad! You give me the shivers, you scum!
You must urgently find me the old book of magic.
I must do nothing!
Oh man, that Willow TV series is not as good as the movie. So what this movie...
They look like something out of Power Rangers.
I know, it does. What this movie does is, since they don't want to use that effect, that troll, man, whatever, all that often, it possesses this housewife. That way the villain can spend a majority of the movie being human and not requiring those effects. And man, God, it's the eye. It's coming back. It's
my eyes are drying out just watching it.
Oh, but the movie will go places. So there's certain
the places you will go.
Dude, it does, man. Like, because there's some things that, as the trailer explains, that it was explained to me better in the trailer than it was in the movie. There's certain things that she has to do now that she is possessed by a troll. One of them is like seducing her daughter's boyfriend. Another is offering up a baby as sacrifice.
Nice and soft with crunchy bones. Bon appetit.
Well, that's just the German hello.
That baby does not come back into this movie. That baby's gone.
I kind of like that. That was just so ridiculous.
I'm like, it went there. I'm like, it's the self-aware science fiction sequel to Unplanned. But it'll randomly do it. So this was a phone playing movie. It's like I'm playing on my phone through a lot of this.
And then you looked up and saw a baby's soul.
So then like a couple of times something will happen like that, where I look up and I go, well, that baby's dead. And then later, for the most part, it's not that graphic of a movie. But then randomly it will. Like it's a Lucio Fulci movie. Like once or twice in the movie. Towards the end, when they're having this like Bollywood musical number, this happens. That made me look up from my phone. Laura was out having a cigarette when that part was on.
Did this have an actual budget?
It looks like it has like a budget that's better than like that Killer Raccoons movie.
It's the Euro goes for, I guess.
I mean, it looks like it would be like a TV movie in the 90s on the Disney Channel, kind of, with some of the green screening broom effects that they're doing.
This was some tax dodge by Merkel's people. It's
it's one of those movies too that it doesn't end. It just keeps going. Mm-hmm. The thing with the troll possessing that woman is it's probably resolved about 75 minutes into the movie, and then the rest of it goes on and on and on and on with the investigator, the daughter, some of the other trolls, to where it's all leading to another Troll 2 reference, like with George Hardy earlier with the pissing on hospitality thing.
Lovely.
What it does at the end of this movie to reference the vegetables and another famous line from Troll 2.
I think they're like totally crazy. Shouldn't we try and get a lawyer?
A lawyer? You don't get it at all. We are trapped in the past. This is the Middle Ages.
Oh my god!
I don't
so it's Army of Darkness.
I know, it's like the ending of Evil Dead 2.
But it's not even like what... Like, you can't top, oh my god.
Yeah.
She didn't even do it right.
I know. You're doing it, again.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Soiling the good name of Troll 2 that worked hard
this is a travesty.
to get its cult status. Oh, by the way, that was the ending. So I don't mean to spoil it for you.
Oh no.
90 minutes, which, again, like I said, in a case of something like this, might as well be 2.5 hours. It was like when we watched War with Grandpa last week, but Google had the wrong running time. So halfway through, you go, Jesus, this is 2.5 hours? I'm like, no, it's like 90 minutes. Don't pay attention to Google. That actually happened during this. Google always gets running times wrong. 20 minutes into this, Laura looks up the running time and goes, oh my god, this says 1 hour and 50 minutes. I'm like, it's not, honey.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
It is. It's really bad.
Oh god, Tusk and this in the same day.
Dude.
My day is thoroughly ruined. My week is ruined. I'll probably snap out of this right around the election, then the election will happen. I'll be like, oh god!
Well, that was God, I'm... Fuck! The more tired I act in these videos, the more terrible the movie is. And I'm very tired.
I'm tired, boss.
I'm just tired
of movies being so bad.
God. Where do you, what number ranking do you give... Do you give this? This is one of the worst.
Yeah, I forgot how I was ranking them. If 10 was the worst or 1 was the worst.
10 would be the worst.
10 was the worst.
Or wait,
this is...
Yeah, because you're measuring it on day ruining levels, so 10, I guess.
Okay, I have to go with 10.
Wow.
But with the caveat that my day is already pretty fucked because of Tusk.
That's true.
So this is just making it worse, which is why it goes up to a 10. It would probably be more like a 7 or an 8.
That's still pretty high.
Yeah, it's still pretty high, but because I had to sit through fucking Johnny Depp doing, I don't know what accent that was, for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, we finally got a 10 out of 10.
You know what the funny thing is?
This is one for the books.
I liked the Tusk parts of Tusk.
Yeah.
Where they're turning the asshole into the fucking walrus.
Did you like the Under ConTroll parts?
No, that's the thing. I'm looking at this, I'm like, there wasn't a single thing I liked in this. Even Tusk. Like, there were things I liked about it. I just thought the parts that suck so bad to drag the whole movie down with it. This is just a flaming pile of dog shit.
Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.
Thanks a lot.